Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to the Venerable Monk Liao Ming. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkhong. And homage to His Holiness the 16th Karmapa. And homage to Master Drupten Dorji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. And homage to the mediator of the group practice today, Padma Kumara. 师母 丹增嘎佐 Tutan Siddhi, all Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, all disciples here and over the internet. Good evening. How do you do?
你好，大家好。愛してる。
愛してる。
사랑해.
사랑해.
Hola amigo.
Hola amigo.
Te quiero mucho.
Te quiero mucho.
すごい。
すごい。
一番。
一番。
気持ちいい。
気持ちいい。
チュミ。
チュミ。
ヤピ。
ヤピ。
プリンプリン。
プリンプリン。
こんばんは。
こんばんは。
大家晚安。
Good evening. How did...
那莲花童子呢？今天晚上我们同修莲花童子。
Padma Kumara. That's the group practice this evening. We have talked about Padma Kumara many times.
不用再介绍了。
So there's no need for me to introduce him again. Everybody knows.
我们先讲一个笑话吧。
So let's tell a joke first. Bush Jr., Obama, and Trump
跟上帝进行工作的面谈。
had an interview with God for work, and God asked George Bush Jr. What is your faith? Oh, free market and a strong America. And God replies, that's good. So let's sit to my right. And God asked Obama, what is your belief? And Obama said, I understand the strength of democracy and that equality for all. And God said, that's good. Now you can sit to my left. And lastly, God asked Trump, how about you? What's your faith? And Trump said, my belief is that you sit on my seat. That's a good joke. You can say that everyone's belief is different. And we can also say everybody's
将来我们修行的人，
virtue is different, and we can also say that everybody's fruition will be different in the future too. So everybody is different. That every individual is different. It's all, everyone's face is different. We all walk on the same path of spiritual cultivation. However, the fruition is all different for different sentient beings. 3 presidents, 3 American presidents as an analogy. Although they are all presidents, but their beliefs and faith are different. Now let's do the question and answer. From Malaysia, Lian Hua Cai Long.
他租了房子，选了一个满日，摆了佛像来供养。
When I rented my home, I picked a perfect day and set up my altar. After living there for a while, about half to 1 year, I want to move to another place. How should I handle it so that I don't violate anything? After moving to a new place, I will continue to worship unless my landlord prohibits it. Then I will take it down. Please kindly advise. Thank you. Do you understand the question? You do? I don't understand what they're asking. But you do.
他租房子，选了一个满日，摆了佛像来供奉。
He rented a house, picked a perfect day, and set up his altar. And after living there for a while, about half to 1 year, I want to move to another. Is it a different building? Or just moving to yeah, in the Chinese it's like move to another site. But what is another site? Why didn't he say another place? How should I handle it so that I don't violate anything? After moving to a new place, I will continue to worship. Unless my landlord prohibits it, then I will take it down. Please kindly advise. Thank you. So, when you rented your home, you pick a perfect day, set up an altar, and you want to move to another place. How to handle it? Just do it however you did it in the first time. When you rented the house, this should be just the same. So, however you did before, you just do it.
你已经处理过了嘛，对不对？那你搬到一个新房子去，你要如何处理？
So
你还是照原来的方法。
you ask how you should handle
这
it.
就是我的回
Well,
答。
you handle it however you did the first
那
time.
如果房东
I
不
mean,
让共
the last time. If the landlord doesn't
你还不会
prohibit,
想啊，租一个房东可以给你供奉的，
can't you think? Then just rent a house where the landlord would let you
舍掉。
do.
找一个房东可以供奉坛城的，供奉。
Just find a landlord that would let you set up an altar and worship.
再另外再找，其他的不用教了。
No need to say more.
马来西亚莲花彩虹，
Malaysia 莲花彩虹。
主要要问什么？
What is it that you're asking?
佛像要怎么处理？我才不管呢，对不对？你用麻袋一装就走了。
It doesn't matter. You can use
去到那边
a
再
bag to
重新
put the
再请就可以啦。
statues. And then once you arrive at the new place, then you can invoke the deities again.
那还要一尊一尊搬呐。那你
How else will you move
要
them?
搬十几次啊？
One by one? If you have over 10, then you have to
那
do
还
it
不能这样子搬
over
啊。
10 times, of course.
麻
No.
袋一装，
Just
装
put it in a
过去那里
bag
摆一
and
摆就
move
行了。
it, and then set it up again.
什么要升空？佛像要升空，合想观。
That the Buddha statues have to rise to the emptiness.
跟他讲，就是点香，跟他讲要搬家啦，跟着我
Just
走。
lit an incense and tell the deities, hey, I want to move, just follow me, okay? And then they will follow you.
本来就是这样子。哎呀，
That's how it is.
那么多的规
So
矩，
simple. Why make it so complicated? So many rules.
以前呢、写了好多佛像的处理，跟如何亲近佛像。
In the past, I have
以前
written
曾经写过佛像要怎么
how to handle the Buddha's
如果佛
statues.
像破碎了，
Like if the
能
statue
够
is
连
broken,
起来就连起来，
if you can glue it back, glue them back.
丢到长流
If you
水，
cannot,
丢到
then
长流
you
水
just throw them away
找一
at
个
the
干净的
flowing
地方
water
就把它埋了。
or on the clean soil and just bury it.
然后第二个问题，
Second
马来
question
西亚
from Malaysia.
莲花礼金水
莲花
供养过的
礼
水果，
金水.
参与每
Fruits that have been
供养过
offered
的水果，
mixed with fruits that have not been offered
能否
and
再
juice
次
together. May I offer the juice again?
供养过的水果跟没有供养过
Fruits
的
that have
水
been
果，
offered
把它合起来
mixed with
搅和
fruits that have not been
可以
offered
不可以再
and
次
juice
供养
together. May I offer the juice again?
那么麻烦干什么？
Why do you make
供
it so
养过的
complicated?
你要搅成水果汁，你就自己喝了嘛，对不对？
Then
没有
fruits
供
that
养
have
过
been
的水
offered
果，
and
你
you
搅成
juice
果
it
汁
and
当
then you
然可以
just drink
供
it.
养啊
And fruits that have
因
not
为
been
这样
offered or
混在一起的，
and you all just
莫名其妙
of
的
course you
你
can
就
offer the juice. Why do you have to mix them together?
你自己找麻烦。
You're making trouble for yourself.
像失忆症的供养过的
Like
水果，
amnesia,
他已经忘掉。
like people forgot if they have made offering of their fruits. They forgot if they have offered or not.
那你要用果汁供养，你就用果汁供养。
If you want to make offering of the juice,
你要
then
用水果供养，你就水果供养。
you offer the juice. If you want to make offering of the fruits, then you make the offering of the fruits. You separate them.
供养过的水果当然不能再供养啊。
Of course, the ones that you have made offering before, that you should offer it again. So it's like
拿来供养。
you have given away or have eaten something. How can you make offering of that?
你就是这个问题而已哦。
That's all the question you ask.
供养过的水果跟没有供养过的水果搅成果汁，
Fruits that have been
能否
offered
再次供养？
mixed with the fruits that have not been offered and juice together.
好啦，
May I offer the juice
别人
again?
吃过的水果，你要不要再吃？
So, okay, let me ask you. If someone has eaten a fruit, can you eat it?
这个还要问？
You ask this kind of question.
哦，中国的弟子问的。
A disciple from China.
哇，这个姓，我这一生当中没有见过。
The family name is Yi.
仪式的仪，仪呀、一个方，一个方，那个仪，它叫仪乾安。
That's the name. Yi Qian An.
乾是乾坤的乾，平安的安。
Qian An. Yi Qian An.
你们知道有这个姓吗？仪式的仪。
Do you know this last
知
name?
道的举手。
If you do, please raise your hand.
都没有人知道这个姓。
Nobody, huh?
我是第一次碰到，
It's my first time too.
这个姓很少，
Very rare.
让我增加我的眼界。终于知道有
It broadens my horizon.
百家姓
that
不知道有没有。
I know
百家
that
姓有没有姓乙？
came across into this name. I checked it in the hundreds family names of China.
他的问题，阿弥陀佛是。
And the question,
弟子请问师尊，
Amitabha, Grand Master,
开示，莲花童子降生人间。
Grand Master once said that any Padma Kumara who descended upon the world will carry a certain mark on their bodies. What are these marks? This way, the reincarnated Padma Kumara can check upon themselves and know their origin.
告诉你，
Let me tell you,
所有的记号都是秘密，
all those marks are
不能
secret.
告诉人的。
I cannot tell anybody.
我这样一讲啊，
If I
大家
say
都去
this,
那个好像是说，都去做了身上的记号，都叫刺青的记号。
then you would tattoo the marks on your body.
每个人都展示了他的记号，
And everybody would show. That wouldn't do.
没有错。莲花童子降生人间，身上都会有特别的
It's
记
very
号。
true for any
甚
Padma
至于所
Kumara
有的活菩萨降生都有
emanated
特
in
别的
this
记
world,
号
they have the special
甚
mark.
至于
And
六
also
道
for
众
Buddhas
生
and
都有六道众
Bodhisattvas,
生的记号
they have their mark, and also marks for all the 6 rebirth realms.
但是这
However,
个记号不能够公开讲，
cannot be made public.
为什么不能公开讲？
You
如果
know
我
why?
讲了，
If I say it, if I make it public, then I don't need to confirm or find Padma Kumaras, then you do it on your own. And then everybody would say that they're all Padma Kumaras, and they make, so cannot be made public. If I made it public, if there's a Buddha who descended upon the world, they also have their own special marks or signs. And it cannot be told. Those are secrets. So therefore, these marks are called the secret marks or concealed marks. And sometimes it's not just one mark. 1, 2, 3, or 4 marks or signs to confirm that someone is a Padma Kumara. So I cannot tell. I cannot tell you. I can only simply say that at least they should have at least one spiritual sign that they have their own instinct and intuition that they are Padma Kumara. They have that. That's the answer. And question number 2. What is the key secret of the Amitabha Deity Yoga so that we can touch the hearts of Amitabha Buddha? Thank you for your teaching. What is the key secret of the Amitabha Deity Yoga so that we can touch the hearts of Amitabha Buddha? How would you answer? Master Lian Wang? Secret. What do you mean? You cannot tell? His vows? Amitabha Buddha widely delivers sentient beings. The key secret of the practice is to make the 12 great vows. 12 great vows is for medicine Buddha, but Amitabha Buddha has 48 great vows. 48 great vows. So you make the 48 great vows. That's the key secret of this deity yoga. So you make the 48 great vows like Amitabha Buddha. I have said it. In order to gain spiritual union with the Yidam, you have to generate vows the same as the Yidam. That's the key formula. And you have to apply those vows. So how do you touch the hearts of Amitabha Buddha? When you make the vows, you would touch the hearts of Amitabha Buddha. And one more thing is the mark of heart within hearts. You come and ask me and I will tell you. So Amitabha Buddha has 48 great vows and Medicine Buddha has 12 great vows. And Padma Kumara too has made many vows. And remember, Master Lien Xin has written a book about Padma Kumara vows. All the vows that Padma Kumara has written in his books, and he has made lots of vows. So, just like Amitabha Buddha, you made the 48 great vows, then you touch the hearts of Amitabha Buddha. That's very simple. Question number 4. From Malaysia, Lien Hua Jian Quan. Amitabha, Grandmaster and Sư Mu. May an individual practice smoke offering, fire offering, water offering at their homes? Is there anything we should especially pay attention to? How to set up the boundary protection so that wandering spirits will not invade? So, Lien Hua Jian Quan would like to practice smoke offering, fire offering, and water offering at his home. And how to set up the boundary protection so that wandering spirits will not invade? For the smoke offering, in order to ward off the spirits, is very simple. The smoke offering primarily is to offer to your own karmic creditors and attached spirits so that they are more favorable to you and will not create obstacles to you. So that's why the term is small smoke offering, but great merits. So we use the small offering of smoke offering so that your own attached spirits and karmic creditors will not obstruct you or create obstacles. And you need to practice it outside of your house, like in your yard or garden. And so your karmic creditors and attached spirits will receive their offerings outside the body. Outside the home. If you don't have yards or gardens, then you can do it in your decks or balconies. You practice it on your altar or facing the deck or balcony. And you pray to Chenrezig, the four-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, to take charge. Because for smoke offerings, the yidam is Chenrezig, or the four-armed Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. And if Chenrezig descends, then that's the boundary protection. You will not be affected by outside spirits, other spirits. For offering is that you use the Vajra staff. You knock on the fire pit And then you chant the mantra of the yidam of your fire offering. That's boundary protection. So you chant the mantra of the yidam. And you also use the Vajra staff, front, back, left and right and in the middle. You tap 7 times each direction and chant the mantra of the yidam. So you open the fire pit and set ceremonial demarcation using the Vajra staff during the fire offering. And for water offering, the Golden Mother is the yidam, is the main meditational deity. You invoke Golden Mother to descend, and you sprinkle the pure water at the 4 directions. So you use pure water to sprinkle on the 4 directions, north, south, east and west. That's to create the boundary protection. If you want to perform the ritual of the Life Foundation ritual, then you can copy to learn from what Grandmaster does. So the first sprinkling to the east, that's the direction to the east. So to the west is Geng Yu and metal. Geng is like all the zodiac. Because you interrupted me, now I cannot remember. So you said it wrong. So the first sprinkle to the east, the second to the west, the third to the south, and the fourth to the north, and the 5th time to the center, which is the earth. So what I said was right, what you said was wrong.
This is what I said. 是根生经吗？他讲根佑经，我给他一讲，我自己就乱掉，连南方丙丁火都忘，北方壬癸水也忘，中央戊己土。我这边是讲撒米跟撒盐。
I was talking about sprinkling the rice mixed with salt. So what I said was right, but you said something different. So to the east, the element wood, to the west, Gensen.
我知道又是西方，奇怪了，难道我念错了
？That's strange. Did I chant it wrong?
哎，你们查一查看看。
Please check.
就是我念的没有错啊，但是我害怕我念错了。
I chanted this, but I'm afraid that I may chant it wrong.
可能是。 年主念的才是对的吧
Maybe 年主 chanted it right.
这个要查一下看看。
We have to check on this.
是没有错，我念的，但是我害怕我念错了。
You know, it's the abbreviation of all the zodiac, like the earth.
他给我一讲庚酉，庚金百度百科。真的是庚申金，庚申为西方白虎之神，还是庚申为西方白虎之神
？It's the West and the white tiger.
到个鸟，什么一下子庚申，一下子庚辛。
Sometimes they said 庚申, sometimes they said 庚辛。
庚乙辛都是。天干金，一阳一阴，生一酉。
This is all the Taoist mantra.
一阴，天干地支组合中。
Taoist.
它这里有
like the 36 heavenly spirits and 72 earthly fiends. So the West is Gunsen and Jin or metal. So that's right. It's in the Google, Wikipedia. So it is. So I was right. I've been right. Gunsen Jin. Amitabha. I was confused after he told me the wrong thing. But for me, I'm never so opinionated that I'm always right. That's how Grandmaster is. Grandmaster was never so stubborn that I'm always right. If someone said something different, I always want to double check. And then, if I'm wrong, then I would definitely correct it. But in this case, 一撒东方加一木，二撒西方庚申金，三撒南方丙丁火，北撒北方壬癸水，五撒中央戊己土。So it is Gunsen-jin. But he told me Gun-yu-jin, and then I got confused with the rest. So the first sprinkle of the rice and salt to the east with the wood, and to the west for the metal, the south with the water, with the fire, and to the north for the water, and to the middle for the earth. So when you do the Sengji or Life Foundation ritual, there you also have to set boundary protection. There's Mom and her daughter came back from Halloween, and Mom was in a very bad mood and cried as soon as got into the house, and the dad asked, what happened? And the daughter replied, Mom attended a competition for Halloween and she got first prize. That's very good. Why did she cry? And the daughter replied, because she got the first prize before she even put on her costume. I have said, if you're young, you should be innocent. And when you're young, the man should be handsome and the woman beautiful. And as you grow older, the woman should be kind and caring, and the man should be dignified. So we should be responsible for our face, each of the spiritual cultivators. So spiritual cultivators should be responsible for our own face. When you are old, you should observe your own face, and the woman should check if they have compassionate and kind and caring face. So you are responsible for yourself. The older you get, the kinder you look. Like the old lady is very kind and caring. That means they really have a good training and cultivation. But for the man, the older you get, you should look very dignified and stately. So you don't want to get older and getting mean and harsh and or very demanding or very fierce. Like the bandits of the Santong, you don't want to be like that. Because your face shows what's on your mind. They will gradually change. Some elderlies look very scary. But you're not the practitioner of Herukas, so why do you look so scary? So therefore, human beings should be responsible for their own face or their own looks. So the joke is inspiring. Even when you're ugly, you can look very kind and compassionate. Of course, when you're old, you're ugly, you're not handsome or cool anymore, not beautiful and pretty anymore. So the elderly woman have to look kind, and the elderly man should look very dignified. And the eyes should not show evil gaze or fierce or mean look.
这样子才对。
You want to look kind. And
想找一个道士超度亡魂。道士
looking for a Taoist master to to deliver spirit. And the Taoist master said
道士他就诵经
1,000.
请坟上冬天
1,000. And then but Xiao Zhang said, how about 800? And the Taoist master agreed. And then the Taoist master Bardu delivered the spirit to the east. And then Xiao Zhang asked, why to the east, not to the west? And oh, because you only paid 800. To the west, you have to pay 1,000. And then Taoist master agreed. And then Bardu delivered the spirit to the west. And then there's a sound from the coffin. For the sake of 200 bucks, you're so unfilial son. Just for 200 bucks, you asked me to go back and forth.
这个不解释了，我们讲道果。
Okay, I don't need to explain that. Let's talk about Lamde.
这个是又在讲
It also talks about
心气集中在哪里，
where you focus your mind qi
你就
and
到了地狱。
visualizing which character you would go to hell.
这里讲心计等摄于第一
It's
种
written
之
here, when the mind qi is equally absorbed into the
黑
black
色的忌日，
ji, 6th syllable or
那个
character.
种子日的发音呢是
The sound
忌
of the 6th syllable is ji.
忌，很简单嘛，就是
忌
忌日的忌，禁忌的忌，禁忌的忌，
ji.
就是忌日，就是好像五一样，上面打一个勾，这个就是
So
昼日，忌日
it looks like 5
啊，
with the
打一个
curve
勾，
on top of
它
it.
下面是有
That's the 6th syllable.
那个忌日，
That's the ji character.
要观想成为黑色，
And it has to be black.
观想集中在
So
第一的种
the
子
mind
日
qi
就是
is
忌日。
gathered
第一日结束
at the black ji, 6th syllable of hells. Its sensations, all kinds of scorches and chills of hells,
八寒
heat
八
and
热
cold. There are 18 hells, 8 heat
近边地狱
hells, and 8 cold hells.
就是18个大地狱，18个大地狱
And plus 2 more hells
为
of
身受
Jingbian,
三
the
者撕裂
bordering
的
realm,
重苦
and
的
1
刑
more hell, for a total of 18 hells.
被撕裂
The
的
dancer suffers from fractures and breakages.
重
The
为地狱
mantra
辗转
chanter
哀嚎
tosses
之声
about and laments in
地狱
sorrow.
的声音呢，就辗转哀嚎的声音。
That's the
接受
sound
现
of
无
hell. And the mind
上
sensation
如前
is the same as
景
above.
象山见为
The
见
3
地
sightings
气
are
所热
seeing places in hell, such as iron abodes, blazing in fire, seeing all kinds of scourges and chills in hells,
别人看到
and one can guide others to see also.
为梦接
If
受
one dreams of
此
the
故
above,
为
then
静
it is the dream sensation, a total of 7.
师尊有没有到过地狱？有，
Has
我在地狱
Grandmaster
做法会，
gone to hell? Yes, I
也有
I
人
conducted Dharma ceremony in hell, and there were people
有
who
人
witnessed
看
it.
到我在地狱做法，
Someone witnessed me
我在法
performing
会上
ceremony in hell,
地狱中的人，
And during the ceremony, I delivered several people, several beings from hell. At that time, I was giving Dharma teachings in Taiwan Lechang Temple. A middle-aged woman stood up and gave a witness. She saw me in hell performing Dharma ceremony. And then she returned to the living world. So she saw the ceremony in hell. So if you visualize the 6th syllable of hells, which is the black Ji syllable, and in meditation you concentrate or focus your mind Qi at that 6th syllable, then you would be able to see hell yourself. And what happens? In hells there are 8 extremely hot and 8 extremely cold hells. Like the weather today here is where it's windstorm and freezing wind, and a little bit colder they would start to form ice. So do you feel good being in that environment? No. And for how long? You cannot escape from it. Frozen hell, there is no place for you to evade it. So you have to stay in that frozen place for 1 kalpa. And what is 1 kalpa?
一劫啊，就是成住坏空，地球。
So it's the time it takes for the earth to form, to stay, develop, and then to be deteriorate and to become empty. That's 1 kalpa. So the earth, the formation of the earth until the deterioration of the earth. So from the birth of the earth until it's populated and then gone back and then return to emptiness. That's called 1 kalpa. And you have to stay in hell for 1 kalpa for that long. And there are 8 kinds of cold and 8 kinds of heat. That kind of suffering. And 8 scorches or 8 extreme heat. Wherever you go, it's hot. There's no place to chill out. That kind of hell. 8 of them. And many more hells. We often heard of the hell that's called the oil pot. That kind of hell is they gradually continue the boiling the oil, and then you put in there, and then you would die, and then you come back alive, and you continue to experience that continually for 1 kalpa. Just imagine how long that is. Iron abodes blazing in fire, seeing all kinds of scorches and freezing chills in hells. And if it happens in the dream, then it is the dream sensation. And the mantra tosses about and laments in sorrow, and the dancer suffers from fractures and breakages. These are the spiritual experiences of all kinds of natural phenomena that arise. The emptiness of self-nature and dual execution of the physicality do not necessarily follow the graduated path or development stages, yet let it be and maintain it. If one trains in these 42 purification remedies until one is very well versed in them, they can stop the outer and inner bugs and not fall into the 3 lower realms during meditation. One will achieve the name as the non-returning bodhisattva. If one does not have the spiritual experiences as described, or none of the rest appears either, it is referred as the all-over appearance of the 3 realms. The above instructions merely on the spiritual experiences on the temporary realm of desire. I was talking about several spiritual experiences, like say from the heavenly realm, of the Asura realm, of the human realm, and of the animal realms, and of the hell, and the hungry ghosts. Grandmaster have experienced them all. And only by experiences all of the above spiritual experiences, then you would know what the emptiness of self-nature is, and also the dual execution of the physicality and Buddha nature. So the dual execution of the physical and the mental beings. So the dual execution of the physicality and mentality and the emptiness of the self-nature is completely nothing. It is the transformation of the mind. This do not occur following the graduated path. It's your own spiritual experience. So let it be and maintain it. So just keep it, just maintain it. So just maintain the complete, the original naturalness. So that's letting it be and maintain it, which means you're in complete self-control. So you're you have complete self-control in the 6 rebirth realms. Whichever realm you want to go, you can be in control of it. That's completely in the natural, the original natural state. It often talked about maintaining it, which means you can go whichever you want, whichever realm you want. Because in meditation, whichever 6 syllable you visualize, and the 6 syllables are the Vajra syllables of the 6 realms, then you can go to that realm to experience it for a while, for a bit. And you're in total self-control where you want to go. and you gradually increase the methods to be in union of the mind qi to experience. To experience the meditation. If one trains in these 42 purification remedies until one is well versed in them, then one can stop the outer and inner bugs. What is this bugs? Anyone knows? The outer bugs, the inner bugs. Anyone knows what these bugs represent? Dansun-katso? 3 bugs. Please be seated. And not fall into the 3 lower realms during meditation and achieve the name as the non-returning bodhisattva. Can stop the outer and inner bugs. Bugs. I don't understand what you're saying. See, they use such strange terms in this Lamde. So what is this outer and inner bugs? Nobody knows. Let me tell you, if you want to enter Samadhi, the outer is your environment. The environment. And the inner is your thoughts. Your own thoughts. Why do they use these bugs? Oh, actually, it's the outer interference or the improper thoughts, and you can stop them because you've gone to the realm of health, then you know you don't want to be reborn there, or then you stop from that, and the hungry ghost realm or the animal realms, so you can stop from going there. So greed, anger, and delusion, arrogance, and doubt all can be cut off. Those are all the outer and inner bugs. and not fall into the three lower realms. And you know, for desire or greed, where would you be reborn? For the delusion, you would be reborn at the animal realm. Because you're dumb and ignorant and foolish, then you can be reborn into the animal realm. And for anger and hatred, you would be reborn at hell. So anger and aggression will make you be reborn in hells, and for greed, you would be reborn in the hungry ghost realm. This is for the majority. The greed will be reborn in the hungry ghost, anger in hells, and delusion in animal realms. Because those are the realms, they are quite similar. Especially for delusion, for foolishness, then you're just like the animals, so you will be reborn there. And because of your hatred and anger, you kill, then you would be reborn in the so for anger and hatred, you would be reborn in hell. In hell, and suffer there. Because of your anger, it's easy for you to kill. And for greed, because you're greedy, then your tummy is huge, but your mouth is very tiny, like a needle. That's because of your greed. Then you would be in the hungry ghost realm, because they are quite similar. Then you would achieve the name as the non-returning Bodhisattva. So if you know and you're familiar with all the situations, then you would become the non-returning Bodhisattva. If one does not have these above spiritual experiences, and none of the rest appears either, it is referred as the all-over appearance of the three realms. And the above is instruction merely on the spiritual experiences on the temporary realm of desire. Realm of desire. So Lamde is actually very deep and profound. If you have not experienced it, you really wouldn't know. I talk about the hungry goose realm a lot. You know, due to greed, anger, and delusion, definitely would make you fall into the three lower realms. Greed, then your belly would become huge, but you don't get it, so you suffer. That's the hungry goose realm. And your anger, then you can kill. Then you're bound to kill. Then by killing, typically you would fall into hells. And delusion, ignorance, you're stupid as the animals. You're like the pig. It sounds like a Taiwanese word. that sound like Kennedy, but actually in Taiwanese it's like you look like a pig. And you thought someone praised you, but actually, no. So due to your stupidity or foolishness, you would fall into the animal realm. The judge scolded the thief. You have no. You always do things in secret and conceal everything. You're always being deceitful. And the thief said, "Yeah, but I don't dare to do that. Why not? Why don't you do something proper and open?" And the thief said, "If I do that, then I would become a robber instead of thief." So there are many ways to interpret. So the same thing with Lamdi. There are many ways to interpret. It's really not easy to expound on Lamdi. I feel so tired of explaining it. Asking you to experience everything, you have to have gone to hell, then you would know, and then you will not want to go there. If you've gone to the realm of Hungry Goose, then you know you dare not go there again. If you've gone to the animal realm, you would know that you dare not go there again. Then at least you would stay in the 3 higher realms, which is the human realms, Asura realms, and the heavenly realms. Then that's non-returning, because you have experienced the heavens, Asura, human, hells, Hungry Ghosts, and animal realms. Then you know the sufferings in the 3 lower realms. Look at the chicken, for example. You raise the chicken and then they're killed. Or the pigs. And after they eat little and they're killed. Or cows and sheep. They live like that. They suffer. And eventually they're killed. They're slaughtered. That's the animal realm. And in the animal realm, the big animal eats the small animals, and the whales eat the fish eats the smaller fish eats the shrimps. So being an animal, if you're not killed by human beings, you would be killed by other animals, by the predators. And you always live in fear. So the big fish eat the small fish eats the small shrimp, the small shrimps eats the mud. Look at the flying animals. The eagles eat lots of birds live in fear. So born as an animal would be full of fear. So they live in fear every day. That's a lot of suffering in the animal realm. There are two good friends who would like to see crowds, and there's a crowd there, and it looks like an accident. So they try to get in and couldn't. And then one of them got an idea and said, please give way, excuse us. The one in the accident is my dad. And then finally they got in and they saw it's a pig. So spiritual cultivators should never lie. We should not lie. We should not lie and not tell the truth. We should not. There are many retributions from lying. So improper or untruthful words. They are double-tongued, evil words, coarse words, rude words, and lies. In terms of the speech, there are three kinds. Double-tongued, which is creating discord of the groups of spiritual cultivators. That would be the heaviest karma. In a group of spiritual cultivators, and you create the rumors and gossips. Or if there are a couple of good friends, and then you're creating discord to that. This one said that, and to that one said this, so that the two of two will not be in good terms anymore. So that's the retribution that they have, is they always cannot get along, like they always get divorced from their marriages, or that they don't get along with anybody. That's because in the past life they have created discords, and by doing that you would fall into hells. And the heaviest one of this kind of breach or karma is to create discord in the sangha or in the group of spiritual cultivators. And in the joke we told, it's about thieves. So if you steal things belonging to monks and nuns, if you take or if you steal anything belonging to ordained members, ordained people, that's extremely grave. It's very severe. It's multiplied many times. So anything belonging to an ordained person, so for the stealing precept, stealing something from an ordained person is the heaviest, the most severe. The most severe. Then if you're being reborn as a human being, then you would never earn money all your life, and you're always lacking or starving or becoming a beggar, and for 100 lifetimes. So don't think that things belonging to an ordained person is easy to steal, because once you take it and once you steal it, then the retribution is very heavy. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.